you recognize that you need to give back to the community, and a lot of times that begins with your own children. And then pretty soon you recognize that you have a skill set that you can help move those organizations forward in a certain manner. Money is good, but you know what's just as important is time. And time is a commodity that I value even more than the money.
I think sometimes we underestimate the influence that we have on other people, and years later someone will come back and say, you know what, you said this or you did this in this time when I needed someone to say or do something for me. And it was actually a transformative moment in my life. And I think that that's the power of volunteerism.
You see a need and you want to help with that need and you want to get involved, and you get to meet some pretty nice people they're trying to help and make the community a better place.
You take great pride in volunteering, especially when something is accomplished because of the volunteer efforts that have been made. So it's important that people try to get involved. And I know that young people are so busy right now with their families and their careers, but if they can give a couple hours a week, it's really appreciated.
Whether it's sports, arts, culture, the social services sector, across the breadth and depth and spectrum of opportunities that Red Deerians are presented with, it's rooted in volunteerism. I don't think you can ever underestimate the relationships that you form, and where there is relationship, there is community. Volunteerism is the lifeblood of our community.
We use our staff and our resources to help go out into the community to help raise awareness of these different charities and organizations, and they donate their time. If it's well organized, then we can have a bigger impact on the community, and if we all work together to a common goal, we find out that we can accomplish greater things. So by working together, by being more organized, we can have a lot more impact and positive impact on the community. It works both ways. It's our opportunity to give back to the communities, but it's also the opportunity for the staff to be more engaged in understanding what it's all about to become part of the community.
Talking to your employer and say, I would really like to be involved in a volunteer program. Would you consider me using two hours a week or 4 hours a month? And then you go and talk to the nonprofit and say to the nonprofit, would you be willing to give my employer some sort of recognition?
It's the people that are in the country and in the communities that theoretically pay my mortgage, so you know, it's just a natural for me to be able to give back and find a way to make a difference. We started this golf tournament, and you know, first year we were just hoping people would show up. You know, we're a little nervous, and you know, it sold well the first year, and you know, long story made short, it's just kind of developed into probably one of the biggest ones in Western Canada, and it's turned into quite the event, and you know, it's raised just over $2 million in the last 7 years. So it feels great to do it too. I mean, it's you know, you walk into those children's hospitals and you have time to spend with the kids and their families. I mean, it's a game changer for myself as a person.
Volunteering just means I feel good at the end of the day, that I gave something of myself, building a person, building a community, building a legacy of some sort.
The impetus for volunteering is always to give back, to leave your community better than you found it. But the irony of it is that oftentimes in giving, you receive so much more back unanticipated than you would expect.
I think communities become communities by having volunteers. To me, being a volunteer means you get a chance to maybe change somebody's life.
If people are wanting to volunteer and they hear that there's something happening and they want to get involved and they're not sure how, call us. We've got organizations that list their opportunities with us. We've got volunteers that are community members coming in and asking, what can we do? And there's always something for anybody. If you want to sit and staple and send a letter, a newsletter, do that. If you want to go out and meet people and talk to a camera like this, you can do that.
There'll be 6,000 volunteers needed. 3,000 of those will have had some sort of an experience in volunteering. But it's the other 3,000 that haven't had that experience that are going to have such a fun time. They're going to look for that high again, that adrenaline that they feel. Now we've got 3,000 people who are looking for some place to volunteer. Wouldn't it be neat to receive an email that says, this event is coming, if you're interested in volunteering, check this form and send it back to us. There isn't one person that I can think of that doesn't have a skill set that the volunteer world couldn't use.
I'm Mayor Tara Veer for the City of Red Deer. Thank you, volunteers.